Ang hilot po dito na nag-attend sa birth ay si Constancia Martinez, which is naka-indicate na po sa birth certificate na mga to na disease. Meron, kung makikita nyo po sa birth certificate, may nakalagay na D. Ibig sabihin, disease. Unfortunately, Madam Chair, marami pong lumabas sa verification namin dahil common name po si Constancia Martinez. So based sa birth certificate, may 9 records na matches and also death record na 18. So kaya hindi namin ma-determine kung sino po ito.
Oh, correct. So based dito sa dokumentong ito, since ang pinagbabasihan po natin sa sa pag-establish ng citizenship ay yung citizenship ng mother at ito din po yung mga nakalahad lamang sa birth certificate. Kung ito ay ang pagbabasihan natin, sasabihin natin na na Pilipino nga si
pero base doon sa certification nyo na walang Amelia Leal, Chinese ang kanyang tatay, hindi kasal ang kanyang magulang, ano ang kanyang citizenship?
Nag-conduct po kami ng fact-finding po dito, Senator, and I would like to refer this to ANS Marisa Grande because she is more privy on the investigation.
With the permission of the chair.
Yes, Sen. Sherwin. Ma'am Grande, please address the questions of Sen. Sherwin.
Thank you, Madam Chair. We conducted a fact-finding investigation to find out ano po yung mga supporting documents that was submitted. Kasi it was clearly stipulated in the birth certificate na Filipino yung father, si Angeli Goo, Angelito Goo. So our field office went to the Tarlac Civil Registry Office and based on the findings of this finding po, ang naka-attach lang na supporting documents is the negative certification na siguro mamaya po ay explain din po sa atin ng mahal na civil registrar ng Tarlac City. So basically, Senator, yung mga requirements kasi natin for the delayed registration are one, the affidavit of delayed registration na nasa likod, which is self-declaration yun ng father na siya ay Pilipino, pinanganak si Mayor Alice sa Tarlac, and these are the information. And then meron din po yan, affidavit of two disinterested person who knows the facts of birth of Mayor Alice. And aside from that, meron po dapat yan any two public documents that support na si Mayor Alice ay ito yung kanyang place of birth, ito yung kanyang mga facts like baptismal or any public documents, insurance ng parents. Kasi ito po yung nagpapatunay, makikita mo dyan kung ano ba ang citizenship ng father and also the mother. And also we confirm, Senator, na wala pong birth certificate si Amelia Leal. So based din po sa other birth certificate ng mga lumalabas na kapatid ni Mayor Villaruel yung middle name. Trinay na rin po namin yan na i-verify, but Amelia Villaruel Leal is not existing, whether that be a certificate of birth, marriage, and also yung sa death. Wala po kaming record. And siguro just to clarify na din, Madam Chair, that we submitted another birth record na anak din po ni Amelia Leal and Angelito Goo in the name of Wesley Goo. So a while ago, sinabmit na po namin po ito sa Committee Secretariat, Madam Chair and Senator Win. So lumalabas po na based dun sa mga information ng records ng PSA, there are 4 na anak po ni Amelia Leal and also Angelito Goo. And dalawa po dito ay na-register sa Tarlac City, etong kay Mayor Alice at saka kay Sheila sa Tarlac City po ito. And the same po na informant ang father. Ang hilot po dito na nag-attend sa birth ay si Constancia Martinez, which is naka-indicate na po sa birth certificate na mga to na disease. Meron, kung makikita nyo po sa birth certificate, may nakalagay na D. Ibig sabihin, disease. Unfortunately, Madam Chair, marami pong lumabas sa verification namin dahil common name po si Constancia Martinez. So based sa birth certificate, may 9 records na matches and also death record na 18. So kaya hindi namin ma-determine kung sino po ito. So yun po yung mga facts. And may dalawa din sa anak na 4 po na registered po in Caloocan City. All of these are delayed registration po. And all of these births, ang informant po ay ang father sa Angelito Go.
Sen. Sherwin, LCR Tarlac is also here in case you want to ask them questions.
Thank you, Madam Chair. So I just want to focus kay Mayor Alice Go kasi yan ang subject matter natin. So lumalabas sa inyong fact-finding, walang supporting documents except for the certificate that she is not registered in the previous NSO records, correct?
Yes po, Senator. Negative certification po.
Negative certification. At yung mga ibang certification, teka, meron akong screenshot ako nung ano eh. Yung ibang certification tulad ng affidavit of two disinterested persons, medical certificate, affidavit of traditional hilot, wala ho yan. Wala ho yan. At wala rin po yung at least 2, yung baptismal certificate, school records, voter ID, wala rin ho yan.
Well, according to sa report ng aming fact-finding, sir,
Okay.
negative certification lang po ng wala pong record.
So ang ibig sabihin, ang source lang nitong information na ito sa kanyang birth certificate, kung ano yung sinabi ni Angelito Go, no, yung alleged father, correct?
Yes, Senator. And for the information siguro, yung nag-prepare ng birth certificate is one Relisa Ocampo, still I think under the LCRO. So isang personnel ng LCRO, and based sa report, Your Honor, ang sinasabi, they prepared the document based on the instruction of the former civil registrar.
I think the last name is Gatdula, no?
Yes, yes.
Carlos Gatdula. Is he still around, si Carlos Gatdula?
Si Carlos Gatula, sir, died in 2016
Okay.
already.
So, but based on the records, just based on the records lang, pag titignan lang ho natin yung available records right now. So, itong birth certificate, ang kanyang source, kung ano yung sinabi lang nung nag-apply. Correct? In this case, si Angelito Go. Kung tama yung sinabi niya, tama lahat. Pero kung nagsinungaling siya, sinungaling lang lahat ng nakasulat doon. Tama po ba? Pwede bang mangyari yan?
Well, actually, sir, based now sa mga discussion na natin, it appears na may irregularity sa registration because wala pong mga supporting documents.
Correct. And then, binavalidate nyo ba lahat ng mga sinasabi na nag-a-apply ng late registration? Pag sinabing Filipino, tinitignan nyo ba yung birth certificate nung nagsabi na Filipino siya? Pag sinabing kasal kami, hinihingi nyo ba yung marriage certificate?
Sir, yun pong validation of the delayed registration in the current situation post-validation po. Kasi yung pagtanggap ng application for the delayed registration, mandato po yan ng ating mga local civil registrars. And sila po yung personally na nag-i-interview sa ating mga registrant. And nagbe-base lang po tayo dun sa supporting documents na sinasubmit po ng ating mga applicant.
Pero dito, para sa akin, ang pag-analisa ko ho dito, nagsinungaling yung applicant eh.
Yes.
Para yung kanyang mga anak maging Filipino. At pag Filipino ka, pwede kang bumili ng lupa. Tama? Foreigner, hindi ka pwedeng bumili lupa eh. Pwede kang magtayo negosyo. Pwede kang kumuha ng passport. Pwede ka rin tumakbo. Bilang mayor, congressman, governor, kahit na senador, baka mas mataas, pwede rin. Sunod dugtong-dugtong na eh.
Yes, Senator. That's why yung ating pong guidelines nung revised on delayed registration ay nag-issue po kami nung through the joint memorandum circular with DILG on October of 2021. Kasi meron na rin po tayo mga feedback nga na ang delayed registration ay ginagamit. So na-abuse siya to get a legal identity. Ano po?
At nagkaroon na rin ho kami dito ng hearing sa Blue Ribbon. At ito established na meron talagang pang-aabuso in delayed registration.
Yes, tama po.
In fact, yung opening statement ng ating chairperson, yung 4 na Chinese na nahuli sa Thailand, lahat yun mayroong passport na ang basis, inamin naman ng DFA, ang basis is always birth certificate. So kung ang birth certificate galing sa sinungaling, makakakuha sila ng passport at pwede nilang sabihin na Filipino sila.
Tama po, Senator. So, well, dito po sa ating guidelines, talagang yung registrant is personal na ini-interview para i-provide yung mga details.
Pero walang validation. So kung anong sabihin niya, tatanggapin lang eh.
So,
May validation ba? Hindi, yung dati, not this new guidelines that you're talking about. In dati.
yes, sir. Yung delayed registration is a mechanism kasi, Senator, na ginawa natin para makakuha, ma-register yung ating mga kababayan, magkaroon ng legal identity. But we recognize na may pag-aabuso nga po, and that's why nag-issue po tayo ng revised guidelines, and in-emphasize natin dito na kailangan po talaga yung due diligence on the part of our civil registrars na i-review yung mga supporting documents. Like, Senator, in fact, dun sa mga ongoing investigations namin, one of the requirements is a baptismal certificate. So, napipeke din po, no? So, marami pong mga documents. So, we really have to validate yung mga requirements po sa delayed registration.
Pero na-establish natin ito. Wala kasing supporting documents. So na-establish natin ang basehan nito kung ano lang sinabi ni Angelito Go. Tama?
Yes, Senator. So, that being said, questionable na po yung registered na Colby.
Dahil walang
Certificate of
supporting
Life.
documents. Ano ang parusa sa pagsisinungaling sa birth certificate?
Sa ngayon
Attorney
po,
Batali.
sorry po. Your Honor, under Act 3753, mababa po ito. Ito po ay prison correctional, which means ito po ay from 1 month lang po to 6 years ang kaparusahan sa pag-violate ng ating civil registry laws.
1 month to 6 years ang kulong.
Opo.
Paano
Pero pwede rin po na kapag meron po silang mga finalsify na mga public documents that can also be a crime to be filed.
Ano mangyayari po dito sa birth certificate na ngayon po base sa ating pag-uusap halos lumalabas na kayo na nagsabi irregular, no? Para sa akin this is invalid dahil mali po yung information. Ano po mangyayari dito dahil ito po ay this is an outstanding and live document.
That's correct, Honorable Senator. Ang ginagawa po natin dito sa mga spure use na mga birth certificates or any civil registry documents that are invalidly secured or registered, ito po ay pinapakansela po natin. Ang PSA po ay nag-i-endorse sa OSG para sa pag-file ng petition for the cancellation of the civil registry document. At ito po, kakalapin po namin ang mga dokumento para magkaroon ng case build-up ang ating OSG para sa pagpa-file ng petition for...
Ano po ang proseso? Kayo po ang maggagawa ng investigasyon, case build-up, ibigay nyo sa OSG para mag-file? Paano po yung proseso? Can you describe to us yung process?
Apo. Sa amin po manggagaling yung initial action. So, ibig sabihin po, Honorable Senator, ang mga dokumento ay kakalapin po namin at i-endorse po namin ito for the determination kung pwedeng mag-file po ng petition for cancellation of
Kayo ang PSA ang magfa-file?
Hindi po, ang OSG po. Kami po ang mag-endorse po sa kanila.
Okay. So OSG
Apo.
ang magfa-file ng petition for cancellation.
Apo.
Ganun po ang proseso.
Yes, Mr.
Okay.
Senator.
Alright.
And also, Honorable Senators, we also have a memorandum, guidelines of blocking ng mga civil registry documents. So, kalakip ng pag-endorse namin sa pag-file ng petition for cancellation of the birth certificate. We can also block the issuance of the birth certificate so that it cannot be used anymore in some other transactions moving forward.
Ang aking suggestion sa PSA, tingnan na mabuti itong problemang to dahil lumalabas to sa maraming hearings namin At nagiging mas malala. Kagaya ng sinabi ko, Ngayon kasi, kahit nasabihin natin maraming basehan o maraming dokumento na pwedeng gamitin para sa pag-a-apply, birth certificate talaga ang ginagamit ng tao ngayon. Right? For example, sa certificate of candidacy nga, para patunayan na ikaw ay isang Filipino, birth certificate talaga ang pinapakita. At pag yan ang magiging basehan, ang isang kandidato na hindi naman Filipino, pwedeng tumakbo. Sabi ko nga, mayor, congressman, governor, senator, even vice president at presidente. Dahil nga dyan sa pagsisinungaling. Sa isang simpleng pagsisinungaling, yung pwedeng takbuhan ng taong nakinabang, ang layo. So ang aking suggestion sa PSA, dapat higpitan to dahil naaabuso talaga.
Sen. Sherwin, with your indulgence, Sen. Lauren would like to interject on this point.
I'd like to put on record that I filed the resolution, but it is not in this committee, but it's related to what Senator Gatchalian is saying now. You will recall, my dear colleagues, that during session, or was it a budget hearing last year, during the DFA budget, when it was brought out on the floor that there were fake passports, or let me correct it, authentic Philippine passports of non-Filipinos. Because according to the Department of Foreign Affairs, in the satellite consular offices that were set up during the pandemic, non-Filipinos applied for Philippine passports granted by the DFA through the satellite offices because the people who applied for it had Filipino birth certificates. So, Senator Sherwin is actually correct in saying that ang ugat nitong lahat ay PSA. Tama? Kung may sindikato sa mga ahensya ng gobyerno, at siguradong meron, kasi paano naman magkakaroon ng mga pekeng birth certificate? Paano magkakaroon ng authentic Philippine passports kung hindi yung sinusumite sa mga ahensya ng gobyerno later on ay nanggaling sa mga sindikatong nakapasok sa mga ahensya ng gobyerno, kaya ang non-Filipinos, ang mga dayuhan, ang mga alien ay nakakakuha ng birth certificate na sila'y Pilipino na maaring makatanggap ng DSWD-AX, kalaban pa ng Pilipino para cash for work dole tupad, na pwedeng maging mga halal or even appointed officials. And Sherwin mentioned, again, maging pangulo pa. Pero kung peke ang birth certificate nga, at kung napepeke ang birth certificate, ano pa ang mga ID emanating from that, o di pwede na sila mag-SSS, GSIS, pag-ibig, may-ari ang lupa, etc. So napakaseryosong bagay ito, at bagamat hindi sa committee ito nahulog ang aking resolution, I think Foreign Relations, this is connected, and I would urge the other committee. But I wanted to put that on record. And after the time of Senator Sherwin, which I hope you will give me the time, right? I want to ask many questions of the mayor, of the agencies of government, being the principal author and sponsor in my second and third term of the anti-trafficking law. So maghanda po kayo sa mga tanong ko pagkatapos po ni Senator Gatchalian. Mag-iintay ako, pero I'm putting that on record. So PSA, sino pong head ng PSA ngayon? Kayo po. Kayo po.
Honorable Senator, ang head po ng PSA ay si Dr. Claire Dennis Esma.
Pero kayo po ang nagre-representa?
Opo.
Okay. Bago ko ibalik na muli, because he has the time first, kayo ba ay nagkakonduct na ng mga investigasyon sa PSA sa mga maaaring napasukan ng mga tao nyo ng sindikato na nagbibigay ng pekeng birth certificate? May natuklasan na ba ho kayo o wala pa? Or kung ito man ay napag-usapan na sa nakarang hearing o inamin na ninyo, pakiulit lang po yung sagot. Salamat.
Opo. Magmula po nung tama po kayo Honorable Senator Ligarda, na magmula po nung budget hearing, ito po ay napag-uusapan na yung mga irregularidad ng mga issue ng mga peke na mga dokumento sa including po yung birth certificate, and we have already conducted our own investigation, and based on our investigation certainly we have determined 3 kinds of fraud here. Number 1 is that the first fraud that is proliferating po honorable senators ay ito po yung pagtamper doon sa ini-issue natin na document sa ating mga PSA outlets. So ito po yung pinaka-frequent na fraud. The other kind of fraud is fraud at the source. The fraud at the source is happening at the local civil registry offices. Ito po yung pinag-uusapan po natin ngayon, at ito po yung I think pinupunto po ng mga tanong ni Senator Gatchalian, na ito po yung pagbibigay ng mga maling impormasyon sa local civil registry offices po natin. So that's the second type of fraud. And the other type of fraud is the identity theft. Meron po dun sa investigasyon po natin nung nakaraan, nung makalipas na taon, nung budget hearing, meron po kaming na-determine na yung third kind of fraud po na kumuha po siya ng identity ng isang patay na tao. So ito po yung mga fraud na na-determine natin during that investigation. And as to the investigation on the personnel, tinitingnan po natin ang ating mga kawani sa ating ahensya kung meron po talaga po tayo na pwede nakasuhan na mga kawani na lumabag po sa kanilang mga tungkulin at sa kanilang mga sinumpuang mga responsibilidad sa ating ahensya. Actually po meron na po tayong mga final na mga administrative cases sa mga iba. Ito naman po kasi po marami po doon sa mga kaso na ito ay ito po yung mga negligence doon sa kasi po minsan may mga nawawalang mga security papers. So ito po, kapag may nawala po kasing security papers, pwede po kasing on the loose yung security papers na to, at maaaring papasakamay doon sa mga mamimeke. So sa mga nawawalang mga security papers, kung sino po yung mga may responsibilidad na tsakin na hindi mawawala yung security papers, ay inimbestigahan po natin to at nag-file na din po ng karampatang charges.
For a yield back, thank you for your patience. I'll wait for Senator Sherwin before I ask my full questions. But there were 308 fake birth certificates that you said were issued that were used for Philippine passports in 2023. So I would assume that the DFA had canceled their passports, right? And I would assume that you had filed cases or even invalidated the fake birth certificates, right? Was this answered earlier? Yung mga peke po na nakalusot ay you deemed it fake, and what was done with it? And then DFA, you canceled the passports of these 308 na natuklasan nyo. Paano pa yung hindi pa natuklasan?
Honorable Senator,
Yes, thank you.
Can I refer po sa ating ANS sa civil registration doon sa further action po doon sa 308?
Ma'am Grande, please.
Thank you, Madam Chair. Based dun sa mga ni-refer ng ating pong mga different partners like DFA, and also of course yung mga in-endorse na rin po ng Senate and other government agencies po, dun sa first batch po na yung 7 na foreigners, 6 of these have been blocked for copy issuance, Madam, because yun nga, based sa findings ng aming investigation, fraudulent yung registration, delayed registration nitong mga ito. But we have an ongoing investigations po at ongoing po itong mga to. There are some that have already submitted yung fact-finding, ma'am, but we are waiting for the final report before we can cancel or block po yung mga copy
Where are
issuance.
these 308 foreigners as of now? Mawawala na yan. Mag-disappear na yan sa mga bundok natin. Where are they?
Well, different parts of the country, Madam. Some parts in the NCR, in Davao, Zambales, Bulacan, some parts po nandun. So, yung aming pong field offices,
What
including
nationality are they originally?
mostly yung mga reported, Senator, are Chinese nationals.
There's really a syndicate. It's very clear. I don't even need a committee report from our hearings. We know there's very clear na pasukan tayo ng mga sindikato ng malaking bansang yan at nakapasok hanggang sa mga lokal na pamahalaan. I'll get to that later. So, Madam Chair, I would request the PSA to give us an official report, not just on the 308 and the DFA as well, but all the other 1, 2, 3 of identity theft, a complete report to the committee so that we can use that for the other committee hearing, which is in the Blue Ribbon Committee and the Foreign Relations Committee on the resolution that I filed. Then I'll wait for my term, my turn after Senator Gatchalian when you yield to me. Thank you, Madam Chair.
Thank you, Sen. Lauren. So please take note, PSA and DFA, that requested official report. Ang kaninang sinabi po ni Ma'am Grande ay may na-cancel na 6 and then still pinoproseso yung iba.
Consular officers, consular affairs, Mr. Pangwi, 308. Peke na. I mean, walang task force yan. Cancel ang passport.
Mr.
Honorable
Pangwi,
Senator,
please.
Yes, please.
As for the 300 birth certificates or civil register documents referred by the DFA to PSA, this is actually a mixture of not just for passports but for apostille. So, to be specific, also in our apostille sections, apostille unit, they would have to ask for verification in order to ensure that the apostilles are correct. However, specific to passports, we have requested verification for 100, at least from 2023 to as of recent, more than 100 birth certificates specific for passports. Of these, we have already determined that 60 are fraudulently acquired. Of this 60, we have now canceled 55 passports.
308 did not apply for Philippine passports.
It's all in toto po yung nakwan for all consular services in the DFA, apostille, other purposes. But specific for passports, as of 2022, we have referred 100 plus.
But have you coordinated closely with PSA so that all of their findings regarding fake birth certificates and those who applied for passports and looking forward, they may apply, dapat i-blacklist na nyo at i-cancel na lahat ng passports mula nung natanggap nyo yung impormasyon na peke ang birth certificate?
Yes, ma'am. Every time that there's a person suspicious to us, we immediately refer to PSA. Upon their verification, either kung hindi pa nakapag-apply ng passport, kasi we captured the biometrics. Once we captured the biometrics and we found it as fraudulent, we tag it as immediately as fraudulent so they won't be able to apply in other DFA offices. At the same time, if there are indeed, for example, known cases na na-issue ng passport, we immediately have these passports cancelled. And we report it to the different government, the different agencies, especially to Interpol para po sa border controls natin, alam nila pag dadaan sa border controls, malalaman po na hindi po valid po yung mga passports na ito.
Okay, since they committed this crime, we don't even need an investigation. Post it on social media because you email this. What if hindi nakita? Papalit-palit ang tao. Masama ba? Is this violation of the Data Privacy Act? No, they've committed a crime. So post it on Facebook. These are the 308 or more, or the thousands, fake birth certificates. Wanted. Watch out. government agencies, LGUs, etc. Canceled birth certificates, fake. Okay? Passports are canceled for the following due to fake birth certificates. These are not applying, but if they apply, no, they cannot. So that we're forewarning other government agencies and maybe your satellite offices na hindi sabi nyo manned by DFA but sometimes outsourced, dyan napapasukan, because I trust so much the DFA that I don't think may sindikato dyan. Napapasukan, pag satellite offices, baka hindi nyo kontrolado yung mga supplier ninyo o kung sino nakakuha ng kontratang yan mag-satellite office. Is it wrong to post it on Facebook, online, so we see these wanted people?
As we have recently circulated, at least when it comes to the cancelled passports, we have already sent letters to AMLAC, to SEC, and we plan to also maybe once approved, even to the LRA, because of course, especially pag lupang pinag-uusapan, dapat Pilipino po ang may kwan yan. We just to ensure po na at least in the to the government offices na talagang importante, mas-circulate po namin yung mga pangalan ng mga kanselado, mga pasaporte.
Thank you, Madam Chair. Senator Sherwin, thank you very much. I will ask my questions after his turn. Thank you.
Thank you, Sen. Lauren. And during your turn, the IACAT is also here to address your questions on the anti-trafficking.
If I may, ma'am.
Back to, yes, Mr. Pangmi, and then we go back to Sen. Sherwin.
This was mentioned by Senator Gatchalian regarding the passports dun sa though we will submit a report already regarding this dun sa 4 na nahanap sa Thailand. These are, I personally saw those passports kasi pumunta kami ng ASECO just recently to Thailand. Look at these passports. These are tampered passports, and as per records, declared lost mga passports na ito. These are, I need to say, laughably, a poor attempt to, pakita mo lang pangit na yung laminate, tampered talaga yung details. This is another issue that we're also trying to find out kung anong nangyayari sa mga lost, pag na-declare lost ng passport, saan napupunta pa. But that's another matter. But as for those 4 passports, we will send a report, but we will have to declare na these are tampered passports declared lost.
So please, for DFA and as earlier mentioned, LRA, submit those reports. Kasama po yung mga detalye na itinanong at saka yung response nyo dun sa mungkahi, paano i-inform properly yung publiko tungkol dito while you are improving document security sa ating gobyerno. So back to Sen. Sherwin now, please.
Thank you. And sa PSA, no, I'm looking at sinabi nyo mayroon pang ibang birth certificates na nakapangalan kay Angelito Go and Amelia Lial. Dalawa, may pattern no? First, lahat sila late registration. Pangalawa, yung kanilang date of marriage, mali-mali. No? Yung kay Mayor, kay Alice at kay Sheila, October 14, 1982. Kay Seaman and Wesley, January 21, 1987. So doon pa lang red flag na. Diba? Nasabi ko nga kanina, yung Filipino, lahat Filipino, ang claim ni Angelito Go, Filipino siya in all of the application. No? So may pattern makikita natin. No? At dito rin, ang mother, si Amelia Lial, na alam natin, we can actually say fictitious dahil walang birth certificate. No? So ang suggestion ko sa PSA ay tignan itong mga ito. No? At mayroong pattern. So, ibig sabihin, mayroon basis na dapat maimbestigahan. Of course, ito ay ang applicant, hindi naman si Mayor Alice Go. Ang applicant ay si Angelito Go, no? Who, I think si Mayor Go mentioned na father niyan. I think that is Angelito Go and si Go Jiang Zong, no? Is one and the same. Tama po ba, Mayor Alice?
Your Honor, yung Angelito po is the Filipino name po ng tatay ko po.
Yeah. And by virtue of what nakuha niya Angelito Go? Paano niya na Is it an alias? Is it a nickname?
Nickname po niya, Filipino name po niya, pero siya po ay isang Chinese po.
But in the legal documents, ano ang kanyang mayroon bang legal document na nagde-declare na siya si Angelito Go, o yan lang ang nangyayari naman yan, diba? May mga aliases, may ano.
Your Honor, sa pagkakaalam ko po, wala po ako nakitang any documents po na Angelito Go po.
So ang official name niya is si
Go Jiangjong po.
Go Jiangjong.
Opo.
Okay. And anong birthday ni Mr. Go Jiangjong? What's sa birthday?
September 16, 1958 po.
16, 1958.
Opo.
I read your post doon sa Facebook, and you mentioned that your father is 70 years old. And then sa interview nyo, you also said 70 years old.
Ang nasabi ko po, yung tatay ko almost 70 years old na po. Medyo matanda na po.
If you run the numbers, 1958 is only 66. Mid-60s lang siya, wala pa siyang 70.
Opo.